What's up, guys? We're back here in Archeworld. Let's talk about the Archepass, because the Archepass is actually really important to Archeworld, but it does cost a lot. So we are in a beginner settlement Archepass right here, just to demonstrate this and show you. This is what I had on my account, this cost was only 20 BSLT and 30 BSLT for the Arc Life cost. The Arc Life is the super premium version where you get way better rewards, and you also unlock the 4th quest mission right here. This mission will give you 3,000 XP. All the standard missions only give 1,000 XP. So it is very important that you unlock the Arc Life cost and pay the premium amounts. So you're thinking, hey, 50 BSLT, that's not that much, right? Well, that is the cheap, like, beginner's Arc Pass, kind of like branded the game to try and get you into it, to let you know what the game's about, get you sucked into it, you know, and just like, okay, show you how the system works. Well, the real cost is a total of 1,000 BSLT, and you can see there's January, February, March Arc Passes. While it sounds crazy expensive because the price of the BSLT is approximately 25 cents right now, it does go up and down as a cryptocurrency, so it could be a lot higher when you're watching this video. But 1,000 BSLT at 25 cents means this is what, 250 bucks? Like, is that correct? Let's see. So 1 BSLT 25 cents, 10 BSLT is 250, 100 is 25, and yeah, 1,000 is $250 to have the Arc Pass at 25 cents. So you can see it's a very expensive, but the big benefit is that you actually get all of your BSLT back at the end of it. So we have this set up. We did all 14 levels, and you can see the rewards are highlighted right here. So when we go ahead and click on these rewards, we're actually going to get all the BSLT that we spent back. So the first one is 20, so we click on this, our BSLT will go up by 20. We're at 1944. We click on this, obtain final reward, and yes. And so now we went up to 1964, and we go over here and grab the other one, and it goes up by 30. So 1994 right there. So we get all of our BSLT back for completing the Arc Pass. So even though it sounds really crazy and expensive, it's like a staking system where you put in some money, it sits there until you complete it all, and then once it's completed, you get all of that money back. Well, what gets scary is that the price of BSLT can go up or go down. So you don't necessarily know when or where the price will be once you finish the pass. If you do the daily quests every single day, do all 4 of the missions, you'll be able to finish this in 14 days. So you have to kind of gauge, will the price go up in 14 days or will the price kind of go down in 14 days? You have to make some guesses on this and figure out if these rewards are worth, you know, staking $250 worth of BSLT at this current price or not. One of the cool things is that if in those 14 days, right, at the end, the BSLT price is at 50 cents, you're like, whoa, yeah, cool. You know, I doubled my money, right? Whereas the reverse happens as well. If the BSLT is at 10 cents after you finish your Arc Pass, you're like, oh shit, I lost, you know, 65% of my money or whatever that works out to, right? So it's a gamble. It obviously is a gamble, but the rewards in here are quite good, especially for the launch of a new server. And every month they do have an Arc Pass, and they probably will have a beginner's Arc Pass for the North America server when they do launch. We're anticipating that the January, February, March Arc Passes will be available for the North America server at launch, so you'll be able to choose any one of these Arc Passes, and then we'll also be getting an April Arc Pass in the coming days. With those being said, generally the newest Arc Pass is always a little bit better than the prior ones, so you'll have to gauge which Arc Pass you actually want to pick up and purchase. So these have a lot of the Shadigan Rare Crystals, which are used for upgrading your gears and other materials and other characters progression. So at this point, just looking at these guys, you get some labor, you get Archeum. This one, the January one, actually gives you purple Archeum core shards, which are very valuable. Well, will be very valuable in the beginning of the server. So you need, I believe it's 100 of these guys. to actually convert into a core. And you get 20, 30, 50, 60. So you get 60 of those guys in the beginning of a server here. Core. And you can see they are 0.05, but these things were really, really expensive. They didn't even exist in the beginning of Archeworld, but the complete core itself was selling for thousands of BSLT, like 3,000 BSLT, I believe, the first couple cores that were purple sold for in the Asian server. So these guys, you know, if 100 of them, if we take a look here, if 100 of them convert into this item that could potentially be worth, you know, 2,000 BSLT, and you get 60 of them for doing the Archepass, that's pretty good. That's halfway there, and you just need to pick up a couple of more to do this, to convert this into a huge BSLT profit. Again, we don't know what the values of these items are going to be worth on the American server because it is a separate auction house. It is a brand new fresh start over there. So the only thing that will be using the same is the BSLT token. Like, the BSLT is universal. It's used anywhere there is Archeworld around. So it's going to be used in Archeworld Asia, Archeworld North America. It's going to be used in Archeworld Europe when that server launches in the future, and it's always going to be there. The Archeworld token is the blue salt token, and that is the one constant that is always universal in the Archeworld universe. So everything else will have their own independent auction houses, and eventually you will be able to transfer, they said, via NFTs and such to different regions. Like, say you started out on the Asian region, and eventually you're just like, I want to transfer over to America. Well, you'll be able to send over, like, NFTs of gear and equipment to the American server and just jump on there and have those in the American server. That's in the future, though. That's probably, you know, a year or two out, I'd be my guess, at the rate of implementation on systems in this game. But yeah, they said they want that to be in the future in the pipeline. So yeah, those things are kind of like cross region. But other than that, everything's independent. Auction house independent. You're going to have all the supplies and demands of items are going to be independent because, you know, you can't transfer them over right now. Maybe, again, in a year or two, you'll be able to transfer items from Asia to North America and so forth. But they also said it's only going to be like high-end items too. They didn't say you're going to be able to transfer, like, you know, logs or skewing or it's going to be like, you know, big stuff like tier 7 weapons and armor, right? Things that are worth a lot of money. Because anytime you do a transfer or anything like that, you do have to pay a little bit of fees on the blockchain. And so they don't want to have, you know, 1 million logs being transferred over for, you know, 1 BSLT. And the fees just eat them up, you know? So it's going to be big ticket items, they said, in the future, you know, cars, boats, gear, stuff like that. Yeah, I am excited. I'm excited for the future, guys. Let me know what your thoughts about this. Do you think the Archepass being $250 currently is absolutely crazy? Or is it justified because you get all that back? Post down in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. I know I have to have some Archepass when I launch the game because, you know, I'm a sucker, man. I gotta buy those Archepasses. I think those rewards are good. I personally will be buying it. I don't know how many accounts I'm gonna run because I do have multiple computers. I do have friends that potentially can help out in the launch of the server as well. And I don't know if I'm gonna run, you know, 2 accounts. It's not as powerful as an Arcage, right? In Arcage, multiple accounts are just, you had to do it. In Archeworld, it's kind of like you just need 1 account and everything should be focused on 1 because there's no trading or no interaction really. But having 2 accounts does allow you to do 2 Archepasses. You do have to put in the time and effort to do that, but if the rewards are really, really good, that might be part of the reason why you want to have multiple accounts, is to have 2 or 3 Archepasses on those different accounts. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. Love to hear from you guys. This is the whole reason we do these videos and everything is for the community. I love hearing all your feedback and thoughts.